Happier, healthier, furry friends. Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, a matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement. Get rid of pesky critters once and for all with Bats to Rats. Their expert team is here to help you reclaim your home. No more sleepless nights caused by crawling critters or flapping wings. Bats to Rats ensures a safe environment for every family member. Check the website at batstorats.com for amazing offers. And if you mention this ad, you'll receive $10 off your initial inspection cost. Call Bats to Rats today at 402-781-8691. That's 402-781-8691. Bats to Rats.
Concrete Industries has immediate openings for production laborers, operators, and drivers. Earn great pay starting at $21.50 per hour, plus health benefits, 401k, paid time off, and more. Right now, production laborers can earn a $1,500 hiring bonus, and drivers are eligible for a $2,500 hiring bonus. No experience? No problem. Concrete Industries offers on-the-job training and opportunities to grow your career. Start your future today. Visit concreteindustries.com.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. Spring is here. Summer is fast approaching. With weddings, vacations, and weekend getaways on your mind, do not let car issues prevent you from getting where you need to be. Car problems shouldn't be something that you put up with. Let us get you back on the road in comfort and safety. We diagnose all makes and models from Porsches to Hondas, Toyotas, and Chevrolets. We fix a variety of issues with all of them with our talented techs and our experienced staff. A1 Automotive at 11th and L, downtown Lincoln, always honest answers.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Man, whenever I use a sports book, I feel like I'm just getting robbed blind.
Dude, you've got to delete that app. You need to be using Polymarket.
Polymarket? How are they any different?
Polymarket is a prediction market, not a sports book. You trade against other fans just like you, not the house. That means more money for you and less for those greedy sports books.
For real?
Yep. Sports books take around $9 on a $100 position and then pay out around $500. Polymarket pays out $650 on that same position.
What's the catch?
No catch. Even better, it's available in all 50 states. Polymarket is so confident that you'll never go back, they're giving you $50 free on your first trade.
I'm deleting my sportsbook app. How do I get started?
Download Polymarket now and use promo code HEAT for $50 free for your first trade. Stop letting sportsbooks steal from you. Download Polymarket and use promo code HEAT for $50 free on your first trade. Use promo code HEAT.
Trading not available in all jurisdictions. Check local regulations before trading. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply.
Does someone in your household avoid phone calls because they can't hear clearly, or do they have difficulty speaking on the phone? Nebraska offers a solution. The Nebraska Specialized Telecommunications Equipment Program, or NSTEP, provides financial assistance for specialized devices like amplified phones, captioned telephones, smartphones with Bluetooth pairing to hearing aids, and speech-generating devices. If you're a Nebraska resident with a certified hearing or speech disability, you may qualify. It's not income-based, and once approved, you own the equipment. Learn more or apply at psc.nebraska.gov or call 1-800-526-0017.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, where your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Welcome into Fitness Fanatics on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Now here are your hosts, Jeff and Nicole Essink.
All right, welcome into the Fitness Fanatics. It is Memorial Day weekend, May 24th. Nicole is a year older. My cholesterol is way higher. We got a lot of stuff going on.
Oh no, the cholesterol's higher?
Yeah,
Higher.
we'll get to this here. I got
man.
some conspiracy theories. Today we're going to do some myth busting.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the myth busting things we should talk about is that eating vegetables is better for your health.
Okay.
Because it's a myth.
No, it's not. And you're still eating vegetables. Stop being a baby about it.
It's not the same, though. We'll get into that here.
There's
later.
other factors that could be in play.
This is devastating.
You have no idea.
For everyone who's wondering what the heck we're talking about here, how long have you been trying to do this
3
diet?
months.
3 months.
To get lower cholesterol.
Mm-hmm.
It's higher.
And it's higher.
Yeah, we'll get into it.
Okay.
Because it's a whole little segment that we'll be discussing what's going on in my path forward and my mental state, and
that's where I was more curious about my mental state. I'd be
super great.
I'd be pretty upset.
It's super negative at this moment. But anyway, first of all, we gotta give a big shout out and celebrate the Nebraska women's softball team as they were dominant both games. Nicole watched every pitch. She's just fired up.
It's fun to watch. It's fun to watch. It's fun to watch. It's more fun to watch than probably any other sport, I think, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Even football when we're winning? Of course, you don't remember.
No,
those.
because even when we're winning, I'm skeptical that we're not going to screw it up somehow. So, yeah, even better, more fun than football.
Harrison, did you get a chance to go to any one of these two games down there?
No, I've been hanging around with the ticket, taking phone calls from Nick Wyman, the boys down there. It's been a busy weekend stretch here for 93.7 The Ticket. I'll say that much. But no, shout out to the entire crew here. I feel like we've gotten everything pretty well covered. Yeah, I feel like we've had troops everywhere out there.
Mm-hmm.
No, been able to watch all the games though, and the first game was what a fiasco.
Well, okay,
because we were here late, just not knowing what was going to happen.
Did you get some vibes of Frost's first game against Akron?
No.
I didn't either.
Because Ron Rivell already put in the tape, like, nah, we're about this.
No.
Well, no.
Frost at that point,
but I mean, like,
it was all hope.
No, I mean, like, it was like, because we were excited. Like, I was gonna stay up.
It's probably your mindset was similar, but
because I remember in 2018 we were there at the game, and say you're just excited. They do the tunnel walk, the kickoff, cameras flashing, like.
I guess I just didn't really roll through I never thought about it. And I know people brought it up, like, oh, the Scott Frost Akron game. And I don't know, for whatever reason, I didn't get the same kind of feel from it.
This is just in the moment. Obviously, when we look back, you're like, oh, okay, whatever. But in the moment, because on Thursday night, excited. They go get them
inning and a half.
Yeah, you get on base. You got a runner on first with one out. And you're like, okay, here we go. And then just we're done.
Yeah, but that's so much more common in softball and baseball. I mean, how many games? The baseball game was a huge example, but how many even yesterday games were delayed? Softball games because of weather. So I think it's just a lot more common. They're probably used to it.
Well, I think that game against Akron was the first game that was canceled in like 90 years or something.
So why? I have a question though, because why did they wait and restart the baseball game? But then they just called the softball game. Why? What was the difference?
So I think for and Harrison, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think with softball, you kind of had till Sunday to get all these games in. So it's like they instead of doing game, 2 Friday or trying to get a double header in, they knew they had that extra day. So they could just do game 1, game 2, and game 3 today.
Yeah.
So they had that extra time where at the Big Ten baseball tournaments, like if they wouldn't have started the Nebraska game Friday night, then yesterday they were going to have to get 4 games in one day, and then Nebraska and Oregon would both have to play twice, and they'd be playing till midnight last night, and then come back today and do the championship. So I think that's kind of the difference. They just had cushion.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Makes sense.
We're like now, if we would have played, if our series was scheduled for Friday to start and it got canceled, then they're looking at double headers on Saturday or Sunday, like. Play game 1 Saturday, game 2 Sunday afternoon, and then.
And baseball, it's a whole stink with the pitchers. Anytime you really start moving that. And that's why that UCLA Purdue game, which was ridiculous, they should have played the dang game. That's why they moved that all the way to 7 p.m.
Right.
Because just the chance that it maybe rains and they have to step aside, trying to get your pitchers to ramp back up after already getting hot is why baseball is always a little bit more touchy on top of everything.
Or as Nicole would say, men are big babies. They can handle it. The ladies are fine.
They're a
The
little
men
more
are just,
precious.
more precious arms. Just, Jordy can get out there and pitch every day. Just no big deal.
Yeah, they also got turf out there on the softball field, which is a little nicer with weather. Not that it rained at all, but it also makes a difference. Like I think that's why they were thinking about still trying to finish the game. That first one versus Oklahoma State, because it is just turf. But then that ball I know DP and Nick Wyman were down there, and they say they were trying to warm up. I can't remember what pitcher it was, but the ball was so wet, just slipped out of the hand and nearly rocked the kid in the face. And then there's just like, this is ridiculous. Like, it's way too wet to try to finish this game.
Well, and I think of those high stakes.
Yeah.
Like, having Nebraska baseball play till 2 a.m. in a Big Ten tournament game isn't the same as this is the super regional or the Sweet 16. Like, so you want to make sure everybody is ready to go, and you just hate for it to come down to that. So
it's crazy to see how much when you are a Husker fan, you forget how much other teams fans don't travel to see them, because the stands in Omaha were just insane. Besides when Nebraska was playing,
it's just empty,
insanely empty. So they could have even just canceled that game and then moved some of the games to some high school baseball field. I mean, for the amount of fans that were there,
or just play at Creighton, right?
Yeah,
that stadium's
split it because there was no one in the fan. I don't know what game it was that we were watching, but I was like, "There's nobody there." I forget.
USC UCLA game.
I don't know, but there were Husker fans like closer to the plate, but
yeah, they were there getting ready for our game.
Yeah, one of my favorite parts was after the UCLA Purdue game, and of course that was like a buzzer beater for Nebraska. Game gets over at 19-10. So if the game started at 10:20 or later, they weren't going to have it. The game finished at
10:19,
42 seconds.
Now, would they really have not got one of his?
I think they would have figured if it was that close. I think they would have played the game. But what was funny about that was the UCLA player, after they were interviewing him, and he was like, yeah, I knew the Husker fans were rooting against me. And I'm like, no, you got it wrong, buddy. Like, they were hyped. They were trying to get you hyped up so you can go win the game so we can go play. Yeah, we're rooting for Purdue, but then we're rooting for UCLA. Husker fans were just trying to get their game in that night. And, shout out to Husker fans. I think it was 1:40 is when it finished up, 1:40 a.m.
9,000 people were still there, or some crazy number, right?
And a possum on the back wall. We had the marsupials joining us in the Husker crowd.
It's their time to shine. They're like, what are you people doing out here?
Trying to get food. And
why are you up?
They probably was bewildered.
Yeah.
What the hell's going on here, guys?
I had thought with Oregon playing early, it was going to help Nebraska, but it didn't help.
Yeah, no, we got waxed, unfortunately.
So
yesterday.
I think today, so I'm not sure on when all this stuff is announced, but so a couple of things to look out for. Number one is the NCAA baseball announcing who's hosting, which is a big thing for Nebraska. You're kind of getting a little nervous because now it's like Oregon just beat you, USC's ahead of you. Like, are they going to have 4 Big Ten teams host regionals? Like, you're just, now it's kind of up in the air.
It helps that we beat Michigan. The Oregon loss would have solidified it, but I still feel pretty good.
Like maybe we'll be 15th, 16th, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Kind of towards the bottom versus a little bit higher. Well, and they swept USC. I don't know if that matters because USC's been higher than Nebraska all year in the RPI.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see what the SEC bias always looks like too. I know right now I was looking at the projections. They got 12 SEC teams in there, and I think 8 ACC teams. So it's between those two conferences, they're thinking 20 of those guys are already going to be in there. They're loading up. So
now that's being announced today, though. I believe the regional host is going to be announced later tonight.
This one is no, it says 25th, Monday, 12 p.m. on ESPN
so
too.
Everything's announced on the 25th.
Well, 11 a.m. for us Central Time.
Oh, tomorrow.
Yep, but selection Monday is May 25th at 11 a.m. for us.
And then the time. So obviously Nebraska ladies are going to the College World Series. That starts on May 28th. We do know they'll be playing Arkansas. And I've had to get myself familiar with how the Women's College World Series works since I've never really paid that much attention, or I just knew it was on. And so how that works is you got 2 sides of the bracket. Each side is their own double elimination tournament. So we're going to be on the side. Alabama won. They are in. They are on our side of the bracket. UCLA won. So UCLA will play Arkansas or Alabama. Nebraska will play Arkansas. Winners play, losers play. That's kind of how that works.
Did Oklahoma make it? Or I know we lost the first one.
Oklahoma plays today. They are tied 1-1.
Okay.
Texas plays today. They are tied 1-1. And then there is a third one, Florida and Texas Tech. So there's 5 teams. Tennessee's the other team that is in the College World Series. So if you look at the teams in there, I mean, Nebraska's played, they played Texas Tech. They played UCLA. They played Tennessee. They played Texas. I mean, they played a gauntlet of a schedule. They played Georgia, who was right there with Tennessee. So they played so many teams early. It's hard to keep track. I know they beat Texas. They beat Texas Tech. They beat Georgia. I mean, they beat so many good teams along the way that are still playing. So yeah, exciting. I think they have a shot, Harrison, to win it all.
Oh, for sure. I think that was the expectation early on, and they've kind of lived up to it. When you got Jordy Fromm and then Alexis Jensen out there, I don't think anybody in the country is going to be able to match that on the mound.
Well, and what's crazy is kind of their whole setup is obviously Jordy will start game 1. I would assume, because winning the first game is just imperative.
I mean, she did for South Dakota. I'm assuming they're going to roll Fromm out.
Yeah, you start her game 1, and then game 2, Alexis starts with Jordy coming out of the bullpen, which is just, that reminds me of like whenever you watch like the World Series and you get to like game 7 and it's like all hands on deck. So like last year, game 7, Ohtani pitches and then Yokomoto comes out of the bullpen to close it. Or I remember when the Diamondbacks beat the Yankees in 2001, Kirk Schilling started game 7, Randy Johnson comes in out of the bullpen. Like, that's Nebraska every single game.
Yeah. Well, it just gives people so many fits.
It does. It was crazy.
It's hard to get after Nebraska. It's hard to get our pitchers uncomfortable. And even when I think Oklahoma State had the bases loaded at one point, and Fromm was able to just escape the inning. And it's just, I don't know, there's just a lot of calm composure from those two. And you always feel like you got a really good shot. Even when they have bases loaded, it's like, all right, we'll settle in here and get rolling. And then Fromm can go on the other side and start ripping it with the bat. So it's like, I mean, the Shohei Ohtani isn't just a talking point. Like, it's a real comparison for what she's doing in the collegiate game.
Yeah.
And on top of the fan base she brings to softball the same way Ohtani brings a fan base to baseball, like, from Husker women's athletics just does something to elevate the entire sport. And that's a little bit selfish. Like, shout out Dawn Staley for women's basketball and all those. But like for volleyball and softball, like, this is good for the Big Ten. The SEC's always done softball well. This is a good one for Nebraska to be this big of a powerhouse in the Big Ten right now.
Well, and UCLA's in also. So
UCLA is usually
they're in the College World Series. So I'm kind of rooting for Oklahoma and Texas to lose. I don't think it's going to happen. It's kind of like wishful thinking. But the good thing about how that whole bracket is set up is like you won't see those teams. Like, the only time we would play Oklahoma is if it's best 2 or 3 for the championship. That's it, because they're going to be facing in their little double elimination tournament on the other side. So yeah, I don't really know much about Arkansas. I haven't really watched any Arkansas Lady Razorbacks games. Harrison, have you?
No, I'd be lying if I said I did. Usually keeps a Big Ten focused for softball.
I do know that 3 of our players were on Arkansas's team last year and are now transferred in. So, but no, they got a lot of experience, and it's going to be exciting. So we'll know. Hopefully we'll know the times later tonight. Once they get the last, there's three games today that winners in, losers out, and then the field will be set. But it's hard to, like, if you're looking to go down there, like, you don't know when they're playing. Like, because I was just looking at, not that we're going down, I was just kind of checking like tickets and stuff. Like, you have to buy individual, they're called session tickets. Well, session is, I think it's like 2 morning games, 2 night games.
Yes.
Kind of like the NCAA tournament. So you don't know when they're playing yet. So, and it's like, as soon as Nebraska's announced where they're at, whoosh, there go the ticket prices.
Yeah, that's always the problem with having a great fan base. You get priced out by your own people sometimes. I mean, it'll sell out. Like,
it'll be interesting to see, like, because the crowds, I mean, especially for the women's softball, their fans they're just as nuts as we are when it comes to that. Tennessee, Oklahoma, Texas. I mean, it's going to be just a fight for tickets.
That's why I think it'll sell out. I think those fan bases
will definitely sell out.
Yeah, like it's just a matter of how expensive those tickets.
That's right. It's going to be a fight to get in. Like, yeah, how much are you going to have to pay? Like, if you go on there right now, like the cheapest ticket for some of those sessions are like $80-$90.
Might be worth it just to buy tickets to all sessions.
Yeah, if I could
now,
afford to,
and it might be cheaper than waiting for Nebraska to
just drop
announced, because it might be like $500 plus.
Yeah, just drop like $3,000. Just buy tickets.
You're covered
to every session for 10 days. Like, so you're ready, you have your tickets, and then just try to sell them as you go, because all those fan bases will pay to go. So it's not like down in when we're in the NCAA tournament where you're just like, oh, now the tickets are worthless. Like, I can't get what I need for them. And
most of UCLA might not. I do got to make this complaint. First defense on the, like switching over to baseball a little bit. Big Ten, figure out baseball. The scheduling was a nightmare through the Big Ten Conference. When you are this bad at scheduling and getting games in an orderly fashion, you start to hear the conversation of like, why do we even have this in Omaha? That was happening a lot.
Do you know who's having those conversations?
UCLA and USC.
The bitter West Coast teams. That's who's having the conversation.
Well, second complaint.
Yeah.
You guys don't even show up when it's home. So I don't want to hear about like the low attendance at the Big Ten tournament, because you guys can't fill your own stadiums when you're playing in California in beautiful weather.
Right.
So shame on the Big Ten and shame on the Pac-12 fans for complaining about it being in Omaha. It's like, you guys don't show up to your own games, so I don't want to hear it.
Right. And Omaha is centrally located.
Yeah, it makes sense.
To every team in the Big Ten. Like, you're going to have all 17 teams fly to LA.
It's also not like the SEC didn't have weather delays.
There's a lot of weather delays here in the college.
Yeah, it was kind of a north to south big storm that went across the entire country. So I don't know, it wasn't just in Nebraska. That was kind of driving me crazy over the weekend, hearing all those comments. And then the Big Ten does deserve some blame though, well, because when you're going to put on this shoddy of a production.
Real quick before we get to break, what are your thoughts on Jordy's husband getting thrown out there in the top of the seventh or fifth inning, bottom of the fifth?
You know, not for me, but I didn't know what to make of it. What do you think?
Well, you don't really know exactly why they got thrown out.
I don't. I was kind of bewildered by it.
If
it's
like,
fine.
Fans were complaining, coaches were complaining. You know, there was a video clip of him that he was like Triple H for WWE back in the day. But yeah, I was kind of like, because there was that delay, and we're just like, well, what's going on? We thought maybe like a fan was having a medical episode. Like, nobody knew what was going on. And then they show him leaving. They're getting the fans fired up. And then we're thinking, gosh, we kind of feel bad for Jordy. She's going out there trying to close this game, and her husband's just drunk, getting
I don't know.
out like
I want to feel bad for her, but
school.
like, I can't imagine that this is the first time that this is a behavior that he's had. So surely she's probably not surprised, you know?
It was just weird. It was just, yeah. It's like, oh, there's my husband getting kicked out. Now I got.
That's what happens when you get married young.
What's that? Is that saying about me?
Just kidding. You have to deal with a lot of immaturity at the beginning of your marriage.
Well, they're a lot older than we were.
I know, but they're still young. I think that's the hardest part for a lot of people, and probably for me too. It's so cringy, and I feel bad for Jordy, and it's embarrassing, but he is still young. Like, literally, his brain isn't even fully developed yet. So
he was excited.
It was high school behavior, though.
It was.
I would expect that from high school kids. Even after the coach had like given them a shout out, gave them a little nickname.
We're the bowling boys.
The bowling boys over there, and then man, it's alcohol. I'm sure it was because they've been drinking. Just got a little too excited.
And it was funny because I told Nicole, I was like, because he looks like one of our friends' son-in-laws. Like exactly like him. Like,
he does.
Oh, this could be
Eddie
Rush,
yeah,
right?
Just like him.
And so then
it's also very Eddie behavior.
Yeah. I'm like, well, that's her husband, right? Because you were like, why do they keep showing these people? I said, well, I think that's her husband.
Yeah.
And then they showed that, like, just during the game, I saw on the telecast when he was, you know, acting like he's Triple H. And then I told Nicole, I was like, I don't think that is her husband.
Maybe it's not.
Because I was like, there's no way he's doing this right now. Like, I thought maybe the guy next to him who wasn't doing anything
Which was like her brothers. It was
her brothers.
Right. Yeah.
It was
I'm
bizarre.
sure they were all given a very stern talking to by multiple people.
Do you think he had to sleep on the couch last night?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a little punishment.
I have no idea. I'll let them handle that
Again,
one. That was
right.
tough scene to watch.
I'm sure this was not the first time she's had to deal with something that he's done embarrassing, and hopefully he'll just grow out of it.
Probably won't be the last.
Someday. Yeah.
But
It's
no,
all right. We
that
all
was-
make mistakes when we're in our 20s. Thank goodness. A lot of our mistakes didn't happen on live television in a very crucial moment for your partner.
I'm just lucky I never had like a famous girlfriend who was awesome.
Yeah.
And they were panning to me.
I know,
games and
right?
Stuff, because I probably could have some moments where it's like, who the heck is that
Yeah.
bozo?
Yeah.
Probably worse than anything that he was even doing.
Yeah, definitely try not trying to judge. Let's zoom out. Then 5-10 years from now,
What's your point? He's still pretty young.
he's young. I'll give him a little bit of leeway with that. It was hot. He was out in the sun. We all know how alcohol can get away from us sometimes. I've done some stuff.
Especially when you're out in the sun.
Yes.
Because that's anytime my worst of hangovers have come from a day out in the sun.
Me too.
Because it's like you just kind of get so dehydrated and then you're thirsty. And you're like, well, another Coors Light will help the thirst. And then it's too late.
We'll chalk it up to that. Maybe hopefully it'll be a life lesson.
Yeah, hopefully we won't see anything next weekend. But so yeah, College World Series starts on May 28th. We should find out later this evening what day and time the Huskers will play Arkansas.
Monday.
Oh, we find out Monday the times. for the
Yeah, I
College
believe
World
so,
Series?
right? Yeah. Monday, 11 a.m.
No, that's for the baseball.
Oh, no, you're right. Yeah, I'm mixing them up now.
I was
like,
confused.
we talked about this
I
at the
was like,
beginning.
who is confused right now? Because
Softball tonight, you're right.
Okay.
Baseball.
I mean, when all your teams are just so good, you're just trying to juggle all this stuff. Like,
it's tough.
I mean, we've been on a hell of a ride as Husker fans.
It's been good.
Directors
Basketball-
Cup, we got to be
I needed it.
one of the best finishes in the Directors Cup in a long time.
Yeah.
I'd imagine.
Okay, no, I got one more thing to talk about real quick. This is really funny.
Okay.
Okay, so we've seen that the basketball program is doing this movie, right?
Mhm.
That they're going to play at the Rococo Theater.
Yeah, I saw how the Iowa fans thought about it already.
Of course.
like, get your popcorn out. I can't wait to see the ending. just rip it on us, and deservedly so.
Whatever.
Kind of. Also losers, though, because they bought the court that they
I
lost
did
on.
see that,
So it's
yeah.
like, what the heck are you guys talking about?
They bought
Like,
the court. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're going to make fun of us for putting together a movie, you guys did just buy the losing court. The court that you lost on.
They did
so-
lose, but they beat Nebraska on that court. So that's just,
still lame.
It is. But I thought I was kind of getting a little chuckle out of it, saying, oh, I can't wait to see how this ends. Like, I need to get my popcorn. Maybe we'll go to the movie. and
Isn't that
watch it.
true about any documentary you watch when you know it already happened? Like,
Yeah, and you remember when
true about anything.
the NFL, so the NFL 2 years ago had they were following the AFC North during the season.
Mhm.
So we watched every episode, and even like when teams got eliminated, they were showing those games. And well, then the Ravens lost to the Bills in that divisional playoff, and Ben still to this day has not watched the final episode. He just can't bring himself to watching that episode where the Ravens are
Some
eliminated.
moments you don't want to relive.
Yeah,
So-
that's tough.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he still hasn't.
Maybe they
watched it.
just got that part out. Kind of like We Are Marshall, where it's like they showed the first game where they won.
Yeah,
That's what matters.
Right.
just end it after Vandy.
Yes.
And just
you guys
wrap
did.
it up.
Yeah, like we don't need to hear about the rest of
The
it. Like
end.
that's a good spot to end the story right then and there.
Just them hugging.
Hoorah. Yeah.
They put their name in the bracket. They move on,
And then
it's
quickly
just-
in the credits put like, and
The
the
end.
game after they lost to Iowa. Blah,
No, you
blah,
don't
blah.
even put
And then
that in
the
there.
credits are rolling.
It's just the end. Just that we're done.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
If I was the director, I'd think about it.
All right. Well, we are going to go to break. Stay with us on 93.7 The Ticket, the Fitness Fanatics.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating, a Apply today at gainatrucking.com.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
Are you craving the ultimate game day experience? Red Zone Sports Bar and Grill has your front row seat. Dive into delicious wings, juicy burgers, and frosty drinks, all served up with TVs covering every inch of the walls so you'll never miss a play. Stop in for their incredible daily specials like $3 tall boys on Mondays, 5 wings for less than $6 on Wednesdays, and $20 beer buckets on Fridays. Red Zone Sports Bar and Grill right by the Lincoln Airport at 3111 Northwest 12th Street.
Graham Tire Company is celebrating 75 years of serving its neighbors throughout the Midwest, and to say thank you, they're giving you a $75 instant rebate on a set of 4 select tires during their Memorial Day tire sale event. You can stack on even more savings with big mail-in rebates on select tires from Goodyear, Cooper, and Hankook. And remember, all tires are on sale right now, making this the perfect time to upgrade before summer driving begins. Hurry in today. Graham Tire, your tire store next door.
Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services is here to help you protect things that are most important to you. Whether it's your home, your family, or your future, Jack Russell has the proven experience to get the job done while developing authentic relationships with you. Give Jack a call today at 402-421-9100. Again, that's 402-421-9100. Or visit one of his 2 locations in Lincoln or Seward and learn how you can excel in the complicated world of insurance. Jack Russell of Farm Bureau Financial Services, a trusted and well-respected representative since 1999.
You started your business to build something special. Now it's time to grow and protect it. At Pinnacle Bank, our treasury management services help you do just that. Through smarter payment technology, account administration, and fraud protection. So no matter the size of your business, you can get the most out of your financial operations. Request your free consultation at pinbank.com/consult. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
If one of the things running through your mind as a business owner is the recurring worry of possible cyber attacks, you can let out a sigh of relief. Hamilton Business Technologies has you covered. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we offer real-time threat monitoring, advanced security protocols, and more to keep your data safe from harm. We care about the success of Nebraska businesses and communities like yours. Learn how we can help you at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197. Are you looking for a fresh new hangout spot? Let me tell you about Liquid Assets Sports Bar, where Mondays mean new weekly drink and food features. With 23 taps, a full lineup of cans and bottles, and 40 TVs blasting every sports package out there, you'll never worry about missing a play. Savor high-end spirits at their stylish top-shelf bar, enjoy a healthy menu, family-friendly atmosphere, and catch all of your favorite teams every day. Doors open daily at 11 a.m. Liquid Assets Sports Bar, located at 2755 Jamie Lane in South Lincoln.
Now back to Fitness Fanatics on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the Fitness Fanatics. First segment, we're just talking a little softball, baseball. But this segment, We're going to talk a little health. Yeah. So if you're listeners to the show, you know I've been dealing with blood clot issues, and I had my first lipid panel done in like 20 years.
Oh, yeah.
Probably since I did it at John Deere Financial.
That's not true. We had our blood done when we had our insurance too.
I don't even remember looking at those numbers.
We did look at them. I don't remember them being necessarily. We should probably go back and see if we can figure out what they were then.
So anyway, in February I had a lipid panel done, and cholesterol is high, and triglycerides, and everything that was supposed to be high or low was high, and everything that's supposed to be low was high. So,
which is very common.
Doctor wanted to put me on meds.
Statin.
I said, no, give me 3 months. And I made all these changes that I'm going to go over again.
Yep.
I was eating 4 to 6 servings of vegetables a day, fruits and vegetables every single day. I was getting at least 30 to 40 grams of fiber every single day. All things that are supposed to lower your cholesterol.
And all things that you were not doing.
All things I was not doing.
At all previously.
And not saying that this lowers your cholesterol, but I tried to cut out all red meat.
Mostly red meat. You had some.
Some, like maybe a little bit of hamburger on a pizza, but
homemade healthy pizza.
Over the 3 months, I only had one fast food cheeseburger. 3 months. What else did I do?
You
started having
cut back
fish.
you cut back on alcohol. You cut back on caffeine.
Yep.
You added fish.
Started upping my fish.
You did kind of peter out on the fish though.
The last couple weeks, but
that's probably the most important time. But you did kind of peter out on that a little bit.
So anyway,
and you added in bacon and eggs towards the end too.
Yeah. So I
but you've always done that. And
it wasn't like, it wasn't a free for all eating, right?
No.
Like I didn't lose any weight over the 3 months. I was the same weight when I went in, but I thought.
You weren't trying to lose weight. You were just trying to improve your quality of food.
Quality of food, yes. So I go in there, and like 2 weeks before I had gotten blood drawn, and they got 6 vials of blood out of me to do my final blood clot testing, which is all negative. So I have no clotting disorders, no immune nothing.
Right.
No major issues there. So I go in to the doctor, and they tried to draw blood out of my left arm. Couldn't get any. Moving the needle around. They jabbed me in the arm. Needles moved around. Nothing.
I've never had that happen before, but
can't find a vein.
Did it hurt?
A little bit.
Yeah.
So then they go to the right arm. Needle in there. Nothing. No blood, either arm. So then they
just can't hit the vein.
Yeah. He has really little. You have really little veins.
Well,
mine are really big, so I
kind of made me think maybe I was just like not hydrated enough.
You drank that gallon of water the day
but
before.
Just one day though.
I know.
Maybe it should have been like for 2 weeks straight.
Well, you're still working on your gallon.
Begrudgingly.
Right.
So then they took blood out. They stuck a needle in my vein on top of my hand.
Ouch.
Yeah.
And
did they use the butterfly one? Was it a different needle?
I think so.
Okay.
So now blood's filling up the little thing, and then it just stops. Like no more blood was flowing out of my vein, and they're looking at it and they're just like, "Well, do you think we have enough?"
See, we need to get this test redone. You never told me that, and then they'd even mentioned that it was unusual because you're on a blood thinner and it was still that hard to fill the vials.
I don't think your blood thinner is working very well. The blood just should be shooting out, like a
heck's
geyser.
going on with your body here?
I don't know.
I've never seen it where they're struggling to get blood out of.
It depends. That is common.
Is it?
Yeah, for some people it is.
Where you just get like half a vial and you can't get any more?
That part I think is unusual.
Literally stopped flowing.
I think to find the vein, nurses will say there are people that it's definitely harder to draw blood on than others.
That just sounds like your heart stopped beating though. Like that's crazy. Like it's in the vein is drawing blood, and it's like that's tapped out for
so much. Like the first time I gave blood, they took like 12 vials out of my left arm. Then I went to the oncology the first time when you were there.
Yeah.
No big deal. Just boop, it comes out 6, 7, 8 vials. Not a big deal.
Yep.
I gave blood 2 weeks ago. 6 more vials.
Well, not gave
out.
blood. You had blood drawn.
Yeah, blood drawn. So it's like I've never had an issue.
Mm-mm.
So they're like, "Oh, I think we got enough." I'm like, Okay.
See, that does make me a little.
So then, I wait the next day, get the results. Now, if my cholesterol would have stayed the same, I would have been like, okay, it didn't get worse. Or if it would have went up 1 point, I could see, okay, there's something going on. But it went up 25 points.
What?
I know.
It went from like 226 to 250.
Are they fixing the numbers so you have to buy the medicine at this
I don't know.
point? That
I
is
don't want to
crazy.
think that.
My triglyceride levels went up like 60 points.
This doesn't make any sense.
No.
So immediately, they're calling me.
And I'm there. I know that you're making these changes. I know that you are. I'm sure a lot of people say that or they have an intention to, but they don't actually do it. Like I hear you doing the blender. I know you're not blending up a cheeseburger in the kitchen and drinking it.
And it's funny because I've told Nicole when I talk to our members, I'm like, I kind of feel like one of our 10-week challengers where they get their 5-week testing done and it's not the results. And they're just like, oh, well, I'm logging my food. I don't know if the machine's reading this right. That's like how I sound. Like I'm just making all these excuses. Like, I don't know, a test might be suspect. I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing, but everything got worse. So Frank texted and said, did you fast? I did.
Yeah.
I was like 12 to 14 hours.
Did they tell you to fast?
No, they didn't tell me anything.
Right. Yeah, I know. So now I don't know if you should have fasted or not, because they really didn't say. And they weren't doing any type of glucose testing. They weren't doing any blood sugar testing, which I think is why you usually have to fast.
Just the lipid.
But the fact that you were fasting should have reduced the circulating lipids in your bloodstream because you hadn't eaten anything.
I know.
But I don't know now.
Well, so I have an appointment on June 8th with Dr.
Which so then again, these test results come back. And before you even talk to the doctor, you get your notification from Walgreens that you have a prescription to pick up because they immediately want to put you on the statins.
Right.
I know. Which is, I think a conversation should have been had first.
I think there always should be a conversation.
They did call. They did. But you got the notification from Walgreens.
I did.
Right.
I got the notification before I even knew my results were done. So I got the notification from Walgreens. Then I went on to the My Chart.
And they were there.
And they were there. And then I got a phone call a little bit later.
I mean,
what
I don't want to be a conspiracy theorist, but statins are like the number one prescribed medication in the entire world. And since statins became popular, like heart disease has not been cured. So I think it's helpful for some people, but I don't think it's something that we should be putting in the water supply, which is basically
kind of what it is.
I know. Yeah.
Well, okay. So
did you say we had a text?
No, I was going to ask, what was the initial comments from the doctor then?
Why? So I hadn't called the doctor back
when they
yet.
called you. Yeah.
So I got a message in My Chart. I was just like, doctor, once everything is higher.
It took you did your 3 months now. Everything's higher.
Want you to go on this, and we ordered it. And so, but my whole thing is like, okay, so I have an appointment with Dr. Avery at the Nebraska Oncology Center.
Hematology. I mean, it is oncology, but it's hematology for you. Oncology is cancer.
So, I've been dealing with these blood clots. I'm taking Eliquis.
Mm-hmm.
My kidneys, you the greatest, and I just want to talk to Dr. Avery, who's like kind of the big wig there at the hematology department, just to see how all this works together, right? Before I just start taking, we have
we're not against it by any means.
No. We have a text from Two Rip to Quit that says, "Welcome to old age." I know
that is true.
Getting older.
Yeah,
it is.
I'm going to be 48 in July.
Yeah.
And it's not lost on me that my dad died at 69 of a stroke.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I guarantee you, he was on the statin.
So I know it's obviously I got some hereditary issues there. But before I start on there, I just want to talk to the blood expert, right?
Yeah, and it's just because we don't know what your future is going to be with the blood thinner either, how long you're going to be on that. And I actually think that a statin might actually help decrease your chance of increased blood clots. So then, yeah, it might be a good choice.
Yeah.
But it is important to make informed decisions when it comes to your health. And, sometimes doctors are just going off of what they've always done and what the protocol is, but it's also okay for you to be an advocate for yourself. I just saw on social media, an influencer that I follow, she's in her 60s, super duper active, very healthy. She weightlifts. She has just, her body composition is right where it needs to be. And she had the beginnings of osteoporosis. So she was starting to do some exercises to help with bone density. And she had her checkup with her doctor, and her doctor had recommended to her that at 60, she should be eating no more than 30 grams of protein a day per day, which is insane that a doctor. So so doctors don't always know everything. They're not always, that's insane. 30 grams of protein per day for someone in their 60s.
What would you think it should be?
She eats 100 grams of protein a day, which is still not a lot. People who, in our program, we have people eating 120, 150 grams of protein sometimes, but that's when you're younger. And then as you get older, yes, that's okay to eat less, but 30 a day, that's a chicken breast, basically. So it's sometimes, and nutrition and doctors is a whole different thing than this stuff. Obviously, I think that the doctor has more experience with people with high cholesterol and stuff like that. Not the same thing at all. But at the same time, sometimes you have to be an advocate for yourself. You're not saying you're not going to do it. You just want to get the whole bigger picture, especially since you have this appointment.
Yeah.
In 2 weeks.
Yeah. It's not I'm going to wait. I'll do something about it. 2 years.
Right.
And then in the meantime, I dropped dead of a stroke.
In the meantime, you are still continuing to eat your fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, those vegetables just don't taste the same anymore because
they tasted like hope before.
They tasted like hope. Now they just taste like punishment.
I just want to know how it went up so much.
I don't know.
If they were to maintain, it's okay, hereditary.
Yeah. Yep.
The fact that it went up, it's what in the...
How is that possible?
Are you hitting pre Mark Onweiler Farrell's? No. Are you eating Casey's Pizza?
No.
In your car in the driveway before you come inside?
We had Casey's Pizza maybe
a couple times,
2-3 times in the whole 3 months.
No, I believe you.
Where we used to have it every weekend.
That's just crazy.
So I'll see I'll see what Dr. Avery says.
Well, there's also another test that you can have done called a coronary artery calcium test. And I think that that's something we should look into too. And they check the calcium, if there's any calcium in your coronary arteries, because if you have a super low score on that CAC test, but maybe you still have high lipid numbers, those sometimes you're just hereditarily, you have higher numbers, but it doesn't mean you are at an increased risk. So if you go in and you do this coronary artery calcium test and it's showing no calcium deposits in your arteries, then your body is handling those numbers okay. So I don't know if taking medicine is necessarily, but again, if the hematologist is no, actually this is a great idea and maybe you should take a low level statin and that'll help us bridge you off of the blood thinners and reduce your risk of blood clots in the future, then that's great. That's fine. We're not anti.
No, and I don't want to sound like I'm just a conspiracy theorist. No, I'm not doing this and that because
I think it's fair
but I just want to see what.
Look at avenues with your situation in particular. There's nothing wrong with looking at avenues.
Because the appointment on June 8th is kind of Dr. Avery only sees people at the end.
Right.
I kind of call him I saw the assistant manager first. Mm-hmm. Now I'm going to see the manager. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So he's going to be looking at all of
everything.
My test results from the day I was diagnosed with the blood clots to everything, because like I said, I have some kidney issue numbers.
You always have, which you always have had.
So I just want to see how it all works together, right? I don't want to just blindly go grab something that not sure how they're going to work in conjunction with each other. And if I didn't have all these blood clots, I'd be let's just start it because I don't really have anything to worry about. So that's just I was just a little depressed.
I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I'd be sad.
But anyway, so that's an update on my health and well-being. So, but anyway, Stay with us. 97 The Ticket, the Fitness Fanatics.
Bauer Underground has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know that the best workers in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and a pedigree of success. They're offering top-notch benefits, a matching 401k, and a $600 per year clothing allowance. Bauer Underground, a family-friendly company with plenty of room for advancement.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Are you craving the ultimate game day experience? Red Zone Sports Bar and Grill has your front row seat. Dive into delicious wings, juicy burgers, and frosty drinks, all served up with TVs covering every inch of the walls so you'll never miss a play. Stop in for their incredible daily specials like $3 tall boys on Mondays, 5 wings for less than $6 on Wednesdays, and $20 beer buckets on Fridays. Red Zone Sports Bar and Grill right by the Lincoln Airport at 3111 Northwest 12th Street.
Are you looking for something different for lunch or dinner in Lincoln? Big 8 is now open at 1226 P Street, serving seafood boils and Asian cuisine. Get your hands messy with fresh, flavorful seafood boils, hot, cold, and made to share. Or enjoy classic Chinese and Asian dishes, perfect for lunch, dinner, or a night out with friends and family. Big flavors, generous portions, and a brand new dining experience. Big 8, now open in Lincoln. Lincoln is full of great golf courses in a state that is getting national recognition for exceptional golf. Friend Country Club is worth the drive, just 40 minutes from Lincoln and home to one of the state's most respected 9-hole courses. Enjoy their restaurant with popular items like a 14-ounce ribeye, 10-ounce sirloin, or chicken fried steak. Open Thursday through Saturday from 5:30 to 10 p.m. Expand your horizons with a trip to Friend Country Club, just 40 minutes southwest of Lincoln. It's worth a visit.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Big value and big flavor meet at Wings and Rings thanks to the all-new Delicious Duo Combo. This is the one you've been waiting for. Get one half-sized appetizer and 2 entrees with a side for only $19.99. Bring a friend for the best deal in town on any day of the week, during game time, or whenever the heck you want. Their made-to-order wings and chicken sandwiches are waiting for you at their 68th and O and 40th and Old Cheney locations. Stop by Wings and Rings and celebrate every day with the best meal deal in town.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Sandhills Global is growing right here in Lincoln. With our expanding campus and continued growth, we're hiring across a wide range of careers from interns to experienced professionals. Join the team at Sandhills Global and build your career with competitive pay, great benefits, and real opportunities to grow. Visit sandhills.jobs to view openings and apply today. That's sandhills.jobs.
You started your business to build something special. Now it's time to grow and protect it. At Pinnacle Bank, our treasury management services help you do just that. through smarter payment technology, account administration, and fraud protection. So no matter the size of your business, you can get the most out of your financial operations. Request your free consultation at pinbank.com/consult. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Now back to Fitness Fanatics on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to the Fitness Fanatics. Just have a couple minutes here. So what we're gonna kind of talked about this last week. We were talking about how it's very important to go on a walk after you eat. And then I kind of brought up the fact that when we were kids, we couldn't go, we weren't supposed to go swimming for 30 minutes, like after we eat. So Nicole was like, she's talking about like, oh, I've kind of looked like that's a myth, So we're just going to kind of go through some of our things like when we were kids, like, oh, you're told not to do this, and just kind of talk about it, have a little fun. So if you have any comments you want to chime in here when we get into this, 402-464-5685. So
or any myths that you think might be a myth. I put it on our Instagram, and Chris Whitney commented, there's a hair on this microphone that's tickling my face. And he said about running, how running is really bad for your knees. And so we'll talk about that one too. I did a little research.
And then also like, don't go outside with your hair wet.
Yeah.
That's a real one?
Well, that's something we're told, aren't you? Told that?
I was never told that one.
Or if you go outside without a coat, you'll get sick.
What's the theory behind your hair being wet outside?
Just this kind of goes along with the not bundling up in winter. Like that if you get you'll catch a cold.
If it's cold outside.
Yeah.
If it's like today, no.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. If it's cold.
I mean, I don't think our kids have, but I don't think Ben wore a coat.
He didn't wear
7 years of his life.
No, he wears a coat now. He didn't wear it through high school, but he wears a coat now.
Yeah, nobody wore coats in high school.
He just came in the house wearing a coat the other day.
That's a young guy thing. I don't know why young guys are so bad with that.
He's back. That's how I knew he's grown up a little bit, was when he started wearing a coat again.
When he wears coats at Culver's, when he works the drive-through during the winter.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what are some other ones that you have that we're going to be talking about?
Swimming after eating, the cold weather one, the running is bad for your knees, and then also about how eating fat makes you fat. That's a popular one too.
What about when we were talking about like and this might be the getting cold, like we were talking about like how 90% of the heat goes to, is that
we can talk about that one. Yeah, we can talk about that one.
Eating vegetables lowers your cholesterol.
Eating vegetables lowers your cholesterol is a myth.
For you, that's what we call anecdotal evidence. So you can't that is your experience with it. That doesn't mean that is the average or vast majority of experience. So that's a good thing to point out. And that's where a lot of these myths come from, because it's someone's personal experience, but they just have a really big platform to get it out to everybody. And then everyone thinks that it applies to them. So that is definitely anecdotal for you. Like eating vegetables did not improve your cholesterol, or maybe you just didn't eat them long enough, or maybe I don't
know.
So no, we're not going to say that. We're not going to platform.
I have kind of grown to like fruit now. Like
it's refreshing.
Which is crazy. How old did you say you were?
Huh?
How old did you say? 48?
47.
47? At the age of 47, I did learn
like
I like fruit.
I do. Like I go to Sam's, I get like frozen fruit. I've gotten one that has like pineapple and mangoes.
What's your favorite fruit?
I mean, just to like eat, I would probably say like really fresh pineapple.
Oh yeah, that's totally adulting.
Like we've had one of our members that have brought us pineapple back from Hawaii.
So good.
Is it really that different?
Yeah,
it's
good.
I don't know if I've had good pineapple then.
It's mouth-watering.
It's really good.
I don't know if she had it shipped.
Yeah, she did have it shipped, but yes, you can kind of do that when you go there.
Colors
but
different. It is just
But if you, the second closest to that fresh pineapple from Hawaii that I've had is the frozen pineapple from Trader Joe's. It's also very, very good. It tastes very comparable. So if you have never had that, get some of that. It's really good. But yeah, you do like vegetables. You do like your little yogurt fruit smoothie that you have.
Yeah, which I, never really done before.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just kind of how it goes. So, I'm still making
So that
changes.
is not a myth. We are not going to say that that's a myth.
Do you feel better? I mean, I know the numbers say things are up, but like, did you feel physically different at all?
I always feel, I feel better.
Okay. So remember that. Just like you tell your 10-week challenge.
Yes, exactly.
I know.
I'm always
It's
like,
true.
how do you feel?
That's why you're still doing it.
My jeans fit better. I just have more energy. I mean,
you don't wake up just blah in the morning.
Somebody said to me the other day, "Oh, you're looking good," and then you step on the scale and it's just
then your blood work comes back.
Yeah, all those positive things we literally just talked about, are now meaningless because we do tend to
focus on
gravitate towards the negative. That's just how most people are.
We're humans.
And that's
it's human nature.
We should focus on the positive. And I always kind of tell people, like, it's interesting. I know we're going over.
I don't hurry up.
It's interesting, like how you frame things to people kind of determines what they think of ferals. For example, Harrison, you go in and you weigh in at your 5-week testing and you gain 2 pounds, let's say, but you lost 7 pounds of fat. Your body fat percentage dropped 3%. You added a couple pounds of muscle, right? You lost inches. You everything about your changes has been spectacular, except you gained 2 pounds. So your buddy texts you and say, "Man, I knew you were doing your 5-week testing. How did the results go?" You could answer your buddy and say, "You know what? It was awesome. I mean, I dropped 7 pounds of fat. I lost 3% body fat. I'm down 7 inches, and I've gained a couple pounds of muscle." Your friend would be like, "Dude, that is incredible. I mean, I really need to join you and do this." The second answer you could give is, "Man, I gained 2 pounds."
Yeah.
Instantly, that person's going to say, "Oh, why don't you do this program?
Right.
Why don't you do that program? Why don't you
do the carnivore diet?
Why don't you do the vegan? Why don't you do the GPL1? Why don't you do this? And that, or
why don't you eat
whatever it
raw
is."
liver?
So, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
it is.
how
That's why you're still eating your fruits and
I know.
vegetables.
So how you frame that can determine what people think about stuff. So it's just kind of interesting to,
or how
when
you think about it, how you frame it for
how
yourself.
I frame about it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, all right, we're going to go to break. Hour 2 coming up. Stay with us. 93.7 The Ticket, the Fitness Fanatics.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. 93.7 The Ticket is Lincoln's home for Kansas City Royals baseball in 2026. Catch all the action as Bobby Witt Jr., Salvador Perez, Vinny Pasquantino, and a pitching rotation led by Cole Reagans try to lead the Royals back to the postseason. That's Kansas City Royals baseball all summer long. On the air in Lincoln at 93.7 The Ticket.
Peak rewards from LES. Enroll your smart thermostat to earn $25 while helping balance energy use with small short-term adjustments that benefit the whole community. Learn more at les.com/peak rewards.
A single mom of 3 was facing eviction, struggling with a recent separation, health issues, and no job or childcare. She feared losing everything, especially her children. But then she found support in her community made possible by Nebraska Children and Families Foundation. She was connected to support. By the end, her bills were paid, she loved her new job, and hope replaced fear. This is what the Nebraska Children and Families Foundation does. They lift up young people and families so they can find stability, build brighter futures, and power a stronger workforce. Ready to help make more stories like this come true? Support the Nebraska Children and Families Foundation on Gift to Lincoln Day.
Is it time to replace your home comfort system? Call Bryant and save money in every way. Bryant provides you with solutions that save. Save big immediately with attractive rebates, and save every day with lower operating costs. Most important though, the systems are selected to fit you. The right system, priced right, properly installed. That's the way Bryant works for you. How much can you save? Call Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing for a free estimate. 467-1111. Bryant, whatever it takes.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
I am Harrison Arns, producer of Ticket Weeknights and Weekends right here at 93.7 The Ticket. My favorite things to do in downtown Lincoln are checking out all the local sports events, whether it's basketball, football, volleyball, or even Lincoln Stars hockey. I enjoy it all because I get to experience one of the best sports communities in the country.
This message is brought to you by the Downtown Lincoln Association and 93.7 The Ticket.
Put lawn irrigation on automatic. Think Judson Irrigation for worry-free service to Lincoln homeowners and business community. Judson Irrigation will turn on your sprinkler system in the spring, repair or redesign as needed, and turn it off in the fall. For service to orphan sprinklers, remember Judson Irrigation. They'll never forget you.
Call the Judson Irrigation Orphanage 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Imagine if the people who work at your bank were neighbors who could help with a home loan.
Congratulations, you're approved.
Or friends who love to shop local.
Have a good one.
At UBT, who you work with matters just as much as what you're working toward.
Hey, thanks for helping.
That's why your money has more than a banker. It has people. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win, and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe. Welcome into Fitness Fanatics on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Now here are your hosts, Jeff and Nicole Essink.
All right, welcome back to Fitness Fanatics. It is hour number 2. So we're going to get into some myths here. Just kind of talk about different subjects. The first one that we're going to talk about is running and knee health, because we did have Chris Whitney had commented on our Instagram that just the myth that running's bad for your knees.
Mm-hmm. Which he's a runner, so
he's not
he
only
probably
just
hears
a runner,
that. Yeah, he is. Yeah,
he's like an insane runner.
Uh-huh.
Like he's ran hundreds of miles.
Like the always somebody crazier runner.
Yes.
Yeah, that we talk about. If you think you're doing something crazy, there's always someone crazier. He's in the crazier.
The only person that I personally know that's crazier than Chris is John Kelly.
Yeah. Well, you don't personally know. I mean,
well, I do.
Yeah, that is true.
I've talked to him.
I know you have.
I don't personally know him.
He doesn't know you. No. He wouldn't know you.
He doesn't know me. But
true.
Yeah. So John Kelly's. I don't think there's anybody crazier than him. But
so
anyway.
I'm assuming that this was what Chris thought about right away. Because when you tell people you run, this is just like, anything you tell people you run and then they tell you why they can't run.
Uh-huh.
So I'm sure he's heard that so many times. Oh, what are you doing? Should we do this weekend? And be like, oh, I can't. I got to go run 15 miles. And they're like, oh, I can't run because I have bad knees. Right. Mm-hmm. So I'm assuming that's where his that myth came from. So the fact that running is bad for your knees definitely is a myth. Running itself is not bad for your knees. Like a lot of people talk about, it wears down like your joints and your cartilage and stuff like that in your knees. That's actually not true. In fact, it actually helps to help your knee cartilage and joints. if you're doing it the right way. The problem is the things that are bad on your knees when you run are the things that people most commonly do when they start running. They do too much too soon. They're not drinking enough water. They're not eating foods to support their activity level. Because a lot of times you run, especially running is tricky because you run, 10 miles and you have this like increased appetite. But then you think, well, I ran 10 miles today, so I can eat whatever I want. And then you just, for the rest of the day, you just eat junk food.
That was exactly my thought process when I was a runner.
It's everybody, especially if you're training for a marathon. If you're tired, you don't want to be standing around the kitchen making healthy food. So you order a pizza or you stop at the drive-thru, or so you're not eating foods that support your recovery. So, but in a vacuum, it's actually not like it's like saying that it's like wearing down the tires on your car. Well, we don't get our knees replaced the way we get tires replaced. Like people do get knees replaced, but sometimes I think in the vast majority of situations, just chronically carrying too much weight is probably harder on your knees than running itself.
Sure.
That's a lot of wear and tear, but it's kind of like the wear and tear on your cars versus like, it's also equally as bad for a car to just sit in the garage and never be ran too, like never be started up and driven. So I think that's the biggest part of it. And the thing is the running is really good for that bone density. So like our bodies respond to that input of running. So if you're supporting your running, you're actually doing things like encouraging bone growth. You're doing things like you're keeping those joints and ligaments working. So then you're less likely to get injured doing other things. But again, that's only if you're not doing too much. You are running through pain. You're not stretching. You're not strength training. Like it's all of it. It's not just the running. Now, if you already have bad knees, maybe you're not the person to just start running.
Right.
Right. Like maybe you start by walking and then you start by walking on hills. And then maybe you add a weighted vest or you do things to make it a little more difficult. But so I think being sedentary is harder on our bodies for most people than quote unquote running.
Definitely.
Yeah. So that's one.
All right. Well,
but don't be that person. Be like, actually, like I don't want anyone to be that person about things.
Oh, as we're going through these
Yeah.
today. Well, you can always find things to support your ideas. And
Yes.
To be against them.
100%.
For everything.
But if you think maybe I want to run, start running, and then someone in your life is like, oh, you shouldn't do that. It's bad for your knees. That's based on their probably anecdotal evidence. So inherently running is not bad for your knees. Maybe research ways to gradually start running to help support your knee strength, the exercises you can do, the stretches you can do to help keep your knees healthy as you run.
All right. Well, let's go on to, this is one that I was always told when I was a kid. Put your coat on, right? When you go outside. So cold weather and the illness myth. So let's dive into that.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Well, this one, I never understood either, that how if you go outside without a coat when it's cold outside or with wet hair that you're going to get sick. But I mean, germs make you sick, not temperature. You don't get more. I mean, we tend to have more illnesses in the winter, but it's not because it's cold outside. It's because we are in closed spaces with people.
We're not outside as
right.
much.
You're not outside as much. You don't have your windows open. You don't have like the airflow is very different.
Your immune system's just weaker.
Yeah. It's
when
just
it's cold. You get no vitamin D, no sun.
Right. It has nothing to do with the temperature and going out. And so that's where also the like wearing a hat. This is all stuff that like grandma always used to say, like don't go out without your hat because you lose 80% of your body heat outside off of your head. You've heard that one, right?
Yeah. You don't go to bed with your socks off.
Right.
You'll get cold.
Right.
You'll catch a cold.
Yeah. So that I was listening to a podcast and they talked about this myth. And the way that we got that you lose 80% of your body heat out of your head or whatever was actually a military experiment. And they were taking military members and they were having them like bundle up and run, and they were testing like their body temperatures and stuff. Well, none of them were wearing hats. And so, yeah, they were losing all their body heat out of their hats. But if they had been wearing a hat and shorts or sleeveless shirts, then they would have been losing all their body heat out of their arms. Like your body's just going to choose the path of least resistance. So yeah, if you're not all bundled up, you're going to lose some of your body heat. But that doesn't mean you're at an increased risk of getting sick. So viruses cause colds, not being cold does not cause colds unless you're already like severely immune compromised and little things can,
I just want to put my coat on so I'm warm, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I don't ever think about getting sick, but yeah, it was the wet hair for me. It was like, sure, you get a blow dryer out. Don't go outside with wet hair. That was kind of interesting.
Yeah, no, it does not. It will not make you sick. It's just we're more. And it's funny now too, because that's something that our grandparents said, but now it's like more popular, like those cold plunges and stuff. And they say that helps to boost your immune system. So maybe going out with no coat is actually better for your immune system. It's not. I'm just kidding. That will be a myth 10 years from now too.
The cold plunge.
Yeah, probably. Like, no, you should go out without a coat. That's actually going to make you sick to go out with a coat on. It's also not true.
It does kind of, when you go outside though in the winter and if you don't have a coat on, it kind of gives you a little energy boost, right?
A little bit.
Like you're like, woo.
At first.
Like think about your dogs, right? Like our dogs.
They get the
like
zoomies.
Our little dog, you go outside and it's really cold and they're running around in the snow and then they come in, they're just all on fire.
Yeah.
So it could
go both ways.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what makes it a myth.
Okay.
Because you could have an argument for both sides. For sure.
Anything else to about that?
With cold weather?
Yeah.
No, just the fact that you're just around the air is drier, so you're more likely to have a stuffy nose or dry nose. So then you think that that's why you're sick. We congregate more indoors, closed up in the winter. There's just a lot of reasons why we get sick more in the winter than we do in the summer, and it has nothing to do with whether you're wearing a coat or not. You will always see me be wearing a coat though, because that's what I like about winter, because I like being able to bundle up and being cozy. But I won't also tell my kids, you better wear your coat or you're going to be sick. I'm like, you don't want to wear a coat? Well, fine. You're going to be cold. I don't know why you want to be cold, but go ahead. That's how you learn.
It's not cool to wear a coat in high school.
Yes, it's not. But yeah, so that's kind of where we were with our kids. I guess that's how you learn then. You're just going to be cold.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what do you want to go next?
We can talk about swimming.
Okay. Yes. So I'm sure everybody heard that growing up. You have to wait 30 minutes before you swim after you eat. So why?
Have you heard that one?
Yeah, I feel like that's a very common
last
one.
week, actually. Yeah, I know.
Otherwise, you get stomach cramps? Is that what they say?
That's what they say. So this was like a campaign in the 1900s, like the American Red Cross. This is where it started from. Yes,
interesting.
So in the 1900s, the American Red Cross, they're who a lot of people go through to certify to become a lifeguard or whatever, and that was just one of their one of their things that they said to the lifeguards or whatever is as part of their training, to warning swimmers also don't swim after you eat. So the reason was because after you eat, blood flow increases to your stomach to help with digestion. Okay. But it's not like all the blood in your body goes to your stomach when you're digesting food. Like our bodies are very dynamic. We would never have survived as a species if every other thing closes down in your body so one thing can happen. So our lungs don't stop breathing because we're digesting food. Our heart doesn't stop beating because we're digesting food. That's just how our bodies are. And so maybe you could get a stomach cramp if your stomach is really full, and if you're in water and you get a stomach cramp, then you could potentially be in trouble.
But how many kids are out there doing laps?
Right.
Where they can't touch,
right?
No,
they're not.
Most of the time when you're swimming as a kid, you're in the 3-foot area.
Yeah, you're standing around, you're splashing. You're not out, you're
not being Michael
swimming
Phelps.
The English Channel.
Right. Yes, then you could drown maybe if you get a stomach cramp when you're out there in the middle of the the ocean.
Yeah.
Swimming.
So it just kind of became a myth just for that reason. It was like, because I don't know anybody. And Harrison, do you know anybody that's ever drowned because they went swimming 30 minutes after?
Yeah, no.
No, I don't know anybody. Do you know anybody, Jeff? Listeners, do you know anybody that's died from swimming?
Is it just more likely you get a cramp in the water?
I think it's not even that it's more likely. It's just like, if that happened, that would be bad.
It
so,
would,
right.
But, you know.
It would be bad.
I don't know. For me, is that really going to cause me cramps? Because I've never seen that happen to anyone.
Right. When was the last time you ate a meal and got a cramp? Just non-swimming.
Yeah, never. I've been uncomfortable, running. Yeah.
Right.
But it's just because I have food and I can feel it, but it's
so
not like cramping
if you're
up.
uncomfortably full, maybe you wait a little bit to do any type of physical activity. But there's nothing more dangerous about swimming after eating than running after eating or biking after eating. Because our body, it's not like our brain stops functioning. See, even if you get a stomach cramp while you're swimming, like there's still things that you can do to you can tread water. It's not like, it would be like saying if you're running and you're crossing the street. So like we see someone right now crossing the street running and they get a side cramp in the middle of the road. They're not going to collapse in the middle of the street and get ran over by a car. Right? Like you're going to gut through that side cramp and get out of the street and you might stop and take a breather. Same thing with swimming. You get a side cramp. You're not just going to continue the butterfly. You're gonna
side stroke.
You're gonna side stroke. You're gonna you're gonna tread water a little bit. You're gonna try to work it out. So that's kind of a funny myth, but
interesting is the Red Cross started that one.
Yeah,
unintentionally through their lifeguards, but
it's just all these myths. It's just so weird how how things perpetuate for so long because everyone has said that.
Swimming, wait 30 minutes.
Yeah. How does that stuff start back in the day? And it's just so ingrained because I think everyone would know that one.
Does carrots give you better eyesight? That's always one I heard growing up.
Okay. That's also one that was on that podcast that I was listening to and this is really funny. I'm glad that you brought that up because the myth actually was that eating carrots will help you see better in the dark is how it started.
Interesting.
And the reason this one started, this was during the war. Because, so would it have been World War I or World War II where, in Britain, the British pilots were just starting to use radar in their planes, but they didn't want anyone else to know that they were. So they were telling people that their pilots were eating more carrots and they could see better in the dark. And so it was kind of like this secret technology that they had, but they had to explain how they knew how they could see things in the dark. And so that's where that came from. So no, carrots do not help you see better in the dark. Carrots can support eyesight, but it's not going to make poor eyesight better. It's better for your eye health. It's not necessarily better for your eyesight. So I'm glad you brought that up. I forgot all about that one.
I wonder if they bought that PSYOP. And it's guys, you see what the Americans are doing. We got to start eating more carrots.
It was the British. It was the British.
Oh,
government.
the British. Excuse me.
Yep. It wasn't us, but.
So that would probably be I don't know which one.
But that's where it started. I thought that one was really interesting.
So you're saying if I eat more carrots, that won't help me be able to see the channels on television?
No. I mean, you could try it and see. But so far, your experiments on yourself have not netted very good results. But no, so it does support your eye health in general, but it doesn't cure anything. And the other thing is, especially with carrots, there's some this is what happens a lot of times in the health space because they're okay, the beta carotene in carrots might support your eye health. And so instead of eating a normal amount of carrots, they want you to sell you a supplement that's 500 times the amount that would be in a normal person's whatever. And then it causes other health problems because now you have toxic amounts of beta carotene in your body. So maybe you have a little bit of better eyesight, but also your skin is turning yellow and orange because you're getting way too much beta carotene. So that's the other thing to be careful. The poison, the dose makes the poison, as they say. Too much of anything can still be dangerous. So you still eat your carrots. It's just not gonna
just a quick little
make
AI,
you see in the
talking about vitamin A.
Yeah,
it's essential. So
it is
really just not eating carrots, but getting vitamin A.
Yes, there's a lot of
way.
other foods that you can get your vitamin A, and it's beta carotene is the vitamin A, the type of vitamin A that's in carrots. But so yeah, no, and part of that too is just that's how that one started, and then parents really latched onto it, I think, and that's where a lot of these come from.
Tell your kids, and it's weird because for some reason I don't ever remember anybody telling me that carrots would make me see better.
Oh,
but
I do remember
in
that.
the back of my mind,
you knew it.
I always thought that,
right?
But I don't remember somebody specifically telling me that.
Oh, I remember being told that. But then also my grandparents would say stuff. My grandpa would say stuff like, eat your peas, it'll make your hair curly. So you just never really knew if you believed him or not, because he always would say silly stuff too. Like you didn't really think it was going to make your hair curly, but that was.
or what was the, I can't remember, like, it would make you grow chest on your hair.
Oh yeah, that could be a hair on your chest.
What was that?
Hard labor.
Anything.
Some chest hair.
It would literally be insert thing. That
I don't need any help with that.
It would be like insert whatever your grandfather or father wanted you to do.
Yeah, put up the fence, mow the yard,
right?
Take care of the cattle.
Yeah,
be a man.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's a good one.
Let's go ahead and throw it to break. We got a few more to hit here when we come back. So stay with us. 9-7 The Ticket, the Fitness Fanatics.
Hi, Husker Nation. This is Rex Burkhead. On Lincoln Gives Day, I hope you'll join me in supporting the Team Jack Foundation and their mission to fund life-saving childhood brain cancer research. Kids and families facing brain cancer deserve better treatments and more hope for the future. Every donation helps move that mission forward. You can make your gift today by visiting givetolincoln.com and searching Team Jack. I'm proud to support the Team Jack Foundation and the fight for every child and family affected by brain cancer.
I am Harrison Arns, producer of Ticket Weeknights and Weekends right here at 93.7 The Ticket. My favorite things to do in downtown Lincoln are checking out all the local sports events, whether it's basketball, football, volleyball, or even Lincoln Stars hockey. I enjoy it all because I get to experience one of the best sports communities in the country.
This message is brought to you by the Downtown Lincoln Association and 93.7 The Ticket.
Acreage, find it at Landmark Implement. Shop our selection of used John Deere compact tractors from 1 through 5 series with the power and versatility to track mowing, yard work, snow removal, and more. For a limited time, get 2.9% financing for 36 months, followed by 6.2% for 24 months with approved credit. We've got the right fit for your property and your budget. Stop by your local Landmark Implement or visit us online at landmarkimp.com today and experience the Landmark difference.
Sean's Mobile DOT inspection reminds listeners that our troops return home. Many are left unemployed and deserted. Over 1 million veterans across the United States are currently looking for jobs despite having special skills and elite military training. Let us welcome troops with open arms and make 2026 a year to hire smart, hire vets. Sean's Mobile DOT inspection. For all your inspection, mobile truck repair, mobile truck services, and trailer repair, call the pros. 402-880-2425. Sean's Mobile DOT inspection. On the air because they care.
Is your air conditioner ready for the hot weather ahead? Get it checked now before you really need it. Call Bryant now to schedule your spring air conditioning service check. No matter what brand equipment you have, Bryant's trained technicians will thoroughly clean, inspect, and test to make sure it's ready to cool efficiently when hot weather hits. Stay cool and comfortable with air conditioning services from Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. 467-1111 to schedule your AC check. Bryant, whatever it takes.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Hey, baseball fans, join the Blur Tailgate at Hilton Omaha this June for their 14th annual hospitality event during the College Baseball Championship Series. Book an experience for your clients or employees with an exclusive bar, buffet, TVs, music, and tailgate games. Secure your spot today and let Blur Events take care of all the work so you can enjoy the day. Plus, they're just steps away from Charles Schwab Field. Visit blurevents.com to book your group, buy tickets, or learn about sponsorships. That's blurevents.com, your college baseball and football tailgate destination.
Graham Tire presents life's greatest adventures.
Okay, take the worm, put it on the hook. Now bring your pole back and throw it forward. And just let the fish come to you.
I got a bite! It's a big one, Dad!
Great road trips start with great service. Graham Tire, your tire store next door, with 5 convenient Lincoln locations, getting you to the places that matter most.
A membership with John Henry's will fast track you to front of the line service, seasonal tune-ups, and far fewer unexpected moments. That means no breakdowns, no waiting on a call, and no nonsense. It's consistent care that prevents small issues from turning into big bills. Join the Comfort Club and get VIP treatment 365 days a year with 24-hour priority response, member-only discounts, and peace of mind on your home's most expensive systems. Call John Henry's.
John Henry's Plumbing. Heating
and electrical.
Put lawn irrigation on automatic. Think Judson Irrigation for worry-free service to Lincoln homeowners and business community. Judson Irrigation will turn on your sprinkler system in the spring, repair or redesign as needed, and turn it off in the fall. For service to orphan sprinklers, remember Judson Irrigation. They'll never forget you.
Call the Judson Irrigation Orphanage 402-420-6277 or judsonirrigation.com.
Are you craving the ultimate game day experience? Red Zone Sports Bar and Grill has your front row seat. Dive into delicious wings, juicy burgers, and frosty drinks, all served up with TVs covering every inch of the walls so you'll never miss a play. Stop in for their incredible daily specials like $3 tall boys on Mondays, 5 wings for less than $6 on Wednesdays, and $20 beer buckets on Fridays. Red Zone Sports Bar and Grill right by the Lincoln Airport at 3111 Northwest 12th Street.
Now back to Fitness Fanatics on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to the Fitness Fanatics. We got a couple more.
Well, during break, DP had a good point.
Oh yeah, here we go.
He messaged Harrison and said,
"Yeah, I went over my head the first time."
Have you seen it? Have you ever seen a rabbit wearing glasses?
Yeah. Have you ever seen a real rabbit wearing glasses?
Right.
Back to the carrot conversation.
Yeah.
They help your eyesight.
I've also never seen, I said this off air too, I've never seen a rabbit eating a carrot outside of Bugs Bunny, so I don't even know how much.
Maybe rabbits eating carrots is a myth.
Right. I think if carrots were that important for a rabbit's survival, they would have learned how to grow their own carrots the way humans have learned to grow our own. I've never seen a rabbit, a real
rabbit.
I was gonna say
in the wild.
I was gonna say a raw rabbit, a wild rabbit
running with a carrot in its mouth.
With a carrot. No, I've seen them eating dandelions though.
Yeah,
it's always cute to see them eat dandelions, but who knows? I would say still eat carrots, especially if you like them. It's not going to hurt you.
Get your vitamin A in.
That's right.
It's just not going to make you be able to see in the dark.
All right. What's the next one you want to go to?
So the next one we'll talk about is, okay. So I want to talk about how I've seen this on social media a lot lately. And this is one of my red flags. And sadly, I've seen it from a couple influencers that I've enjoyed their content before, but now everyone's trying to tell you that water is not hydrating.
Okay. Now, why is that?
Where did this come from? TikTok?
It's just the health sphere. So not even necessarily TikTok, YouTube, podcasts. There's a lot of influencers saying that water isn't hydrating.
What's their? Help me out.
Usually they're trying to sell us. At some point they're trying to sell an electrolyte mix, indirectly, or they have an affiliate link for an electrolyte mix because, you do need minerals to also help not digest, but process water. But water is still hydrating. Again, we never would have survived as a species if our bodies were so delicate that we couldn't just drink water to survive. It's the one thing we have to have.
I don't think there was electrolyte mixes in the 1800s.
Okay, there wasn't.
1900s?
No, but they were. Then this is a good point, Jeff, because
because there wasn't fast food. They were eating.
Well, right. You're still getting it. If you only drank water, that would be really bad. Literally only drink water. Didn't eat anything, didn't eat any foods, nothing. Like, yeah, that's bad. But like in the 1800s, yeah, they were drinking just water. They didn't have electrolyte mixes, but they were eating like cured meats. So they were getting their sodium through.
Yeah, they were
like,
eating like
beef jerky because they would catch it and then you have to cure it so they can eat it all year round. So people were still getting the electrolytes that they needed. Like, you get electrolytes in a lot of the foods that you eat. You do not have to have an electrolyte supplement. We talked about this last week.
Yeah, they were eating like we should be eating now.
Right. Well, kind of, but also not really. They were also probably getting scurvy then too, because they weren't getting, people in the Midwest weren't eating citrus fruits.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. So I just think that's really funny. I've heard that so many times. And then people will say, if you drink a lot of water, you're just peeing it back out. And it's like, yeah, that's the function of water. That's literally what it's for. Like, that's how it helps, like, your kidneys filter your water. Like, that is literally the point. So that one I thought was kind of funny. Like, that is what our kidneys are here for, to help regulate that. So if you're not giving your body water, then you're really making your kidneys have to work really hard. So I think for the most part, it is people who, and they might even not be saying that to sell something. It may not be a grift, but the people who say this are like top level athletes that are working out at a high level and have kind of lost touch with what the average Jeff does every day. Like, if you're working out 45 minutes a day, drinking water is just fine. We talked about this last week because I do use an electrolyte mix, but it has just potassium and I don't have an affiliate code for it, but
maybe we should.
No. It has potassium and magnesium. It doesn't have sodium because I get enough sodium in my diet already, but also I kind of just like the way that it tastes, and I do struggle to get my water in. So if adding one scoop of this electrolyte mix to my water bottle helps me drink that water more, then that's good. That's the other thing too, a myth, because it's been popularized on social media, people making these like waters that they add things to. I don't know if you've seen this, Harrison, but you can buy like flavor packets.
Yeah, Mio.
Yeah, or yes, like
stuff like that.
Yeah, sugar-free packets, and you can add it to make your water taste better. And if you already struggle to drink water and you're adding something to make you drink your water, that's a good thing. But then people will be like, no, if you add a flavor packet to your water, it's not water anymore. I'm like, to me, that's just the same thing as seasoning food. It's like saying if you put salt and pepper on a chicken breast, it's not a chicken breast anymore.
Well, it just makes it taste better.
Right. It makes it taste better. So you're drinking more water.
Chicken with nothing on it. I mean, like,
I don't understand how that's not the same thing. How adding a flavor packet to your water isn't the same thing as adding seasoning to your food.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
But people who really want to be kind of high and mighty and like, if you like the taste of water, great.
Well, there is no taste.
I know. Well, I know. No,
it.
I don't. I don't like drinking water.
That's good.
What? You don't like drinking water, or you're saying it's crazy that people are saying that?
Yeah, that you don't like drinking water?
No, I think
Two
part
hydrogen,
of it.
one oxygen. Tastes so good.
I know. I think part of the reason why I don't like drinking water, when I was pregnant with both of my kids, water was something that would make me sick. Like if I drank too much water, then I would throw up water. Basically,
we didn't even drink water back then.
I tried
anyway.
when I was pregnant, and so then because I remember going to I didn't drink Pepsi nonstop while I was pregnant.
Well, before,
but I remember telling my doctor, like, I know I'm supposed to drink water, but it's making me sick. And then she was like, well, then just don't drink plain water. Like, drink other things that have water in them. So I think that's part of it. There's like a psychological where I just don't like it. I still drink it. I just don't like to drink it. Like I've already drank like almost half of my water.
Well,
today.
that's sparkling water, so that's a little different.
It's not. It's
but it
still
is
water.
Though.
It just has it's just carbonated.
It's like the water that I'm drinking, which is just
so your water's better than my water.
It might be.
No, mine's just carbonated. It literally is water and carbon dioxide. It's not even flavored.
Now there's some flavored waters that have sucralose in them. I wouldn't be recommending just drinking that as your main source.
It shouldn't be the only thing that you drink.
Right,
like you shouldn't be constantly drinking artificial sweeteners.
Like Propels have like sugar.
Sucralose isn't the worst thing in the world, but it shouldn't be part of everything that you drink.
Right.
Like if you really have a hard time drinking water, or if you're trying to if you're trying to break a worse habit, like you're trying to break a soda habit, then replacing your soda with a sweetened drink during a meal,
or the carbonated water
Right.
is really good.
Is a great way to transition into it. But yeah, a lot of them do have artificial sweeteners, which you should be consuming in moderation. But the fear mongering about artificial sweeteners is also a myth. I think we've talked about this before too.
What about drinking too much water? Will I drown if I drink too much water?
Yes,
so
you can drink too much water. It's called hyponatremia, and it really throws off or hypernatremia. It throws off your electrolyte balances. If you drink too much water, like
how much is too much?
Like
how
a
much
lot.
are we talking?
What should we be drinking in water?
We talked about this last week. What did we talk about? I
can't
said
remember
something
what we talked about yesterday.
I said something and you said, I've never heard you say that before last week. And I could say it again right now and you'd say, I've never heard you say that before.
Okay. I remember talking because this is I
pop quiz time for Jeff.
I have no recollection of this. It's been a long week. It's been a long week. It's been a long week. A lot of stuff happening in my brain.
Remember, we talked about how your pee looks to determine if you're hydrated or not.
You sing better.
Pee's clear. You sing clear. Pee clear. Sing clear.
Yeah, but I thought there was like 120 ounces or per how much you weigh. Isn't there like a good
half
little
of your body weight in ounces, maybe.
So kind of
is a starting point.
Okay.
But like if you're drinking water, if you're not drinking any water and your urine is extremely dark, you need to drink more water.
Right.
And if every time you go to the bathroom, it doesn't look like you can't tell and your pee is clear, you surely shouldn't have clear pee. But it would be excessive amounts of water that will dilute the minerals in your body that your nerves use. Like, for example, your heart needs sodium and potassium, magnesium to keep the electrical beating of your heart. So you could potentially drink too much water.
So kind of a good rule of thumb is half your body weight.
In ounces.
Right? In ounces. Okay.
Yeah, not
See, that's
in
where I
pounds.
was getting at. Like just kind of a starting point.
As a starting point.
Like as a goal for the day.
Right.
Well, we also got Colgan J.
Whoa. Colgan.
Okay.
Speaking of water.
The expert here.
He says, I have been told that your body absorbs water differently when you add anything to it. And if you're drinking an 18-ounce bottle of water, only about 6 or 8 of that is absorbed by your body like it would normally absorb a regular bottle of water.
I mean, it's possible, but that doesn't mean that it's not still hydrating you. Like that's true with the food that you eat too. Like you're going to eat protein, or you're going to eat a chicken breast that has 30 grams of protein. Not all of that is going to be absorbed and broken down into amino acids and used as protein for your body, because some of it's going to be lost in digestion. So that's pretty much true with everything that we eat.
There's a fine mix to it. What do you guys think about the Pedialyte crew? Because with that student athletes, I noticed that a lot. Pedialyte's great for hydrating.
I know.
But sometimes it's like, I wonder.
Hold on.
I see some drink a lot of Pedialyte. I'm like, maybe mix in some water.
Let's see.
Seems
what's
like
in
too
it.
much Pedialyte almost.
The only thing that I've really seen people drink Pedialyte for is for like hangovers.
Yeah.
Is what I'm familiar with.
And these student athletes are working out and doing all so they're drinking Pedialyte for
seen a bottle of Pedialyte.
No, you wouldn't have.
Reasons.
It's really supposed to be for kids like who have stomach
that's what I thought.
issues.
That's what it
got really
my first
popular
thought.
though for like athletes and the hangovers,
Yeah.
I guess.
It has sodium, potassium, and chloride. So I'm assuming that it's a lighter version of like a Gatorade or whatever. It probably doesn't have as much.
It's much healthier than
Yes.
Gatorade. Like,
Yeah.
it's not sugary, I don't think.
Yeah. So I think that it's probably fine. But again, you should really just key into your body's like cues if you're dehydrated. One of the ways that I know I'm dehydrated is if my lips are chapped. That's how I know.
That's a great way to know
if I'm like, oh, my lips are really chapped, and then I think back and I'll be like, oh yeah, I haven't drank near enough water,
or I've drank way too much alcohol and
which
no
is
water.
dehydrating.
Yeah, because you sometimes if you go out on a binger, right? You're out drinking, you go to the bars, and you'll wake up in the middle of the night and it's like
Parched.
your throat is so dry, your lips are dry.
Yeah.
That's a good sign of dehydration.
Right. So that's part of it, is just knowing.
Bathroom's reliable too.
100%.
We talked about that. You don't need to be a genius to figure it out.
Right. If you're going all day without going to the bathroom, you're probably dehydrated.
Yeah.
Any other myths out there, Nicole? You had
The other one that we're going to talk about was
the fat. Okay.
How eating fat makes you fat, which we've talked about a lot. And I think that hopefully that one's kind of starting to die, because like dietary fat is not the same thing as like the body fat that your body stores.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the biggest part with that is obviously choosing healthy fats versus like unhealthy fats, fast food fats versus like
saturated fats.
Yeah.
Unhealthy.
Right. Or just highly processed food that contains high amounts of fat. So if you're eating healthy fats like avocados and nuts and stuff like that, it's actually very good for your body. And we've talked about this before. Our brain is actually the main consumer of dietary fat. So when you eat fat, your brain actually needs a lot of fat
So
to
you're
function.
saying a stick of butter in macaroni is not good?
No, that's an example of a bad fat.
Okay. I mean, I did eat some mac and cheese.
You did have mac and cheese
during my 3 months.
Well, that's going to put your cholesterol up by 23 points.
And the problem is he was making it unsupervised, and I didn't realize how much butter you were putting into it until many boxes of macaroni and cheese.
The more butter, the better it is.
Well,
that's the thing.
It does taste good.
The better it tastes.
It does.
Taste really good.
I mean, you could make a thing of Kraft mac and cheese without butter.
I don't use
milk
butter.
in there.
I
Or
don't
you could
use
put
butter when I make it.
You could put core power in there.
No, we've determined that is not good.
Crowbait loves it.
He didn't love it. He said it wasn't as bad as he thought it was going to be.
It's probably only time. You
Not
use
the
mac
same
and cheese
thing.
is the core power.
So yeah, no, eating fat does not make you fat. Eating a low fat diet is not going to help you lose fat. I think that's more important. I think that's where that got lost. Where people thought a low fat diet is going to help you lose weight. It does not. Fat is one of the things that helps keep you feeling full.
Yeah.
So the lower fat your diet is, the harder it's going to be to feel full. You're going to be hungry more. So healthy fats in moderation for sure. So you can overeat peanut butter, you can overeat nuts.
Yep.
So stick with serving sizes, but eating a low fat diet is not going to help you lose body fat. I think that's a better myth to bust.
It's all about calorie deficits.
Yeah. Yep, it is.
All right. Well, let's go to break and we'll come back and we'll finish up this week's episode. 937 The Ticket, the Fitness Fanatics.
Do you ever feel okay in your current job and profession, but wonder if there's a better company that can offer more? Vision Mechanical is now hiring for journeyman plumbers and HVAC service technicians. Vision Mechanical offers top of the industry wages, 100% paid health, disability, and life insurance, 401k with employee match, and paid holidays and vacation. Vision Mechanical believes in craftsmanship, teamwork, and building a better future, one project at a time. Apply today or learn more at visionmechanical.net or email Ron at vmech.net.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on making the most craveable chicken finger meals, getting them right every time. That's why we hand batter every chicken finger, mix every cane sauce, butter every Texas toast, stir every slaw, salt every fry, squeeze every lemon, and brew every ounce. We do this inside every Raising Cane's, every day. Because when you do it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934. 8934 HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Doren. God bless you.
You started your business to build something special. Now it's time to grow and protect it. At Pinnacle Bank, our treasury management services help you do just that. Through smarter payment technology, account administration, and fraud protection. So no matter the size of your business, you can get the most out of your financial operations. Request your free consultation at pinbank.com/consult. Pinnacle Bank, the way banking should be. Member FDIC.
Imagine starting your day with a computer glitch that leaves you feeling stuck, frustrated, and unable to get your work done. You have 1,000,001 things to get done today, and waiting for the tech issue to solve itself isn't one of them. It's time to let Hamilton handle the tech so you don't have to. We help businesses across the state spend more time on what they do best and less time frustrated with office technology. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we're focused on providing custom solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Connect with us today at HamiltonIsBusiness.com.
At Jimmy John's, we don't make sandwiches. We make the sandwich of sandwiches. We use fresh veggies because we don't hate salads. We just feel bad for them. We make our sandwiches exactly how you want because you're the one who's eating it. And we bake bread all day, every day because stale bread isn't bread. It's croutons. Sandwich history is written by the victors. Good thing we have legible handwriting. Jimmy John's, the sandwich of sandwiches. Order pickup or delivery on the app.
Hey there, this is Paul Scheel, owner of High Electric. I want to thank our friends and loyal customers and introduce High Electric to those looking for a new electrician. We've been serving the Lincoln and Omaha area for over 30 years, from design to install, upgrades, and repair. If you are a homeowner or a small business needing some electrical work, call us at 402-466-6606 or check us out at hyelectric.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Imagine if the people who work at your bank were neighbors who could help with a home loan.
Congratulations, you're approved.
Or friends who love to shop local.
Have a good one.
At UBT, who you work with matters just as much as what you're working toward.
Hey, thanks for helping.
That's why your money has more than a banker. It has people. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Graham Tire Company is celebrating 75 years of serving its neighbors throughout the Midwest, and to say thank you, they're giving you a $75 instant rebate on a set of 4 select tires during their Memorial Day tire sale event. You can stack on even more savings with big mail-in rebates on select tires from Goodyear, Cooper, and Hankook. And remember, all tires are on sale right now, making this the perfect time to upgrade before summer driving begins. Hurry in today. Graham Tire, your tire store next door.
Now back to Fitness Fanatics on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to the Fitness Fanatics. Just have a few more minutes. So I was on the NCAA website, and
you always talk about what we're going to talk about.
I'm just bringing this up.
I know. And then we come back and you immediately start talking about something else. Like,
when you were gone, he told us, it's like, we're just going to totally ignore what Nicole wanted to talk about for the last segment.
didn't want to talk about it. He said we were going to talk about it.
So just a couple things.
He didn't say that,
one,
by the way.
Nebraska women will play Thursday. That is set in stone. There is a quadruple header in Oklahoma City on Thursday, the 28th. So the start times are we got noon, or I think these are Eastern. So we got 11 Central, 1:30, 6, and 8:30 are the 4 times that they could play. So it'll be interesting to see how we get slotted there.
I thought you were going to say it'll be interesting to see if I stay awake for the.
I think you already said you won't.
I won't, especially not the first game. If you just tell me it's
Every game is important.
If you tell me it's double elimination, then the first game is not that important.
It is extremely important.
You're telling me there's a second chance.
No, it is extremely important.
Go tell that locker room that.
It's
No,
the first game, guys.
No.
It's not that
I'm
important.
only
It's
talking
double
about
elimination.
from a spectator standpoint. I do not do well on low sleep.
That was so important.
Anyway.
I think if I had to guess,
segueing him right into, didn't you, Harrison?
oh, sleep. Yeah. So
you
real
know
quick,
what I'm talking about. Stop sitting there quietly.
what?
Didn't hear anything.
Segueing into what? What I was going to talk about?
Yes.
Okay.
I thought I set it up for you perfectly.
So you did. So we have a full circle moment here in our house on Thursday night. So 25 years ago, Survivor debuted, where we watched Survivor. Okay.
We did.
So they had Survivor 50. I don't know if there's any Survivor fans
We were
out there
big
listening.
Survivor watchers.
We watched like the first 12 seasons of Survivor back when it came out. And then I started working nights and in sales, and we just two kids, and we just didn't watch it until our daughter was like, I think we should watch this as a family. Like 2021.
Yeah, like not that long ago.
So we watched the last 9 seasons. Now, back when Survivor came on in 2000, 2001, I remember Nicole would fall asleep
almost every time
at the final tribal council.
Oh, come on.
Right?
I know.
And of course, back then, I couldn't pause it. Go rewatch it.
You didn't have like the DVR recorder?
This is
That
2000.
was not a thing.
That wasn't a thing in 2000?
No.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I was born in 99. Right. Wow.
You
I would
were
have been like 2006,
Yeah.
5 before I started.
before it
remembering
became
things.
in your
We've
consciousness.
had we had direct TV for the longest time. As soon as there became a DVR, we got the DVR upgrade and all that. So she'd fall asleep, 20 some years old, tired at 8 o'clock at night.
Yep.
Fast forward 25 years later, Survivor 50 finale. Our daughter comes over. We're watching as a family.
It was on until 10 p.m.
About 8 o'clock. She's like, I got to lay down.
I don't think it was 8.
It was 8. 25 years later. And the funny comment that she said was like,
I didn't lay down, I did lay
You
down,
did?
but I did not fall asleep.
you wanted to.
I was going to take a little nap,
You
but
guys,
then I didn't.
If it would have been just me at the house, she would have went to sleep.
That's why you get our kids roped into stuff,
She'll
because you
stay
know
up
I'll
for
stay
the children,
up. Yes.
but she won't stay up.
I'm on to
Nice.
this, because you do this with football games too. Invite Katie over. You know,
You
I'll
gotta stay up
I know.
for her.
It's rude.
So yeah, she made the comment. It was like, how was I so tired 25 years ago?
What was I tired from?
No children.
Like, it makes sense now because I get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, that makes sense now that I'm tired. And then, like, I worked at the Legacy on Thursday, so I know I'm gonna have a long day the next day.
It just goes to show that we're always tired.
It's true.
We're
And
tired.
it's just how much more important sleep gets as you get older, also, because I was saying the most off the wall things on Thursday just because my brain was not functioning. Like, it was at the Legacy when I was working. Like, I called a resident by not their name, and like, I didn't even track that I said the wrong name.
Huh.
And like, multiple people were around me, and she was like, I'm Jane. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't even know why I said that. And I don't even know why I said the name that I said, because there's nothing that my brain was just not functioning.
Speaking of the Legacy, if the Huskers play Thursday afternoon,
I can watch it.
watch it.
What time's the game?
11 and 1:30.
Ooh, 11 would be fun.
This would be hopping down there.
Yeah, that would be fun. Okay.
Cole said last week, the residents weren't really working out. They were just
I think
watching.
I talked about it.
Yeah.
On, they
Just
were supposed to be
watching.
doing their exercise, and they're just watching the game.
Can't
Cute.
blame them.
No, it was great.
All right, everybody. Well, thanks for joining us. We hope you have a wonderful Memorial Day weekend.
Be safe.
Be
Make good
safe.
choices.
Make good choices. Next week when we're on, it's going to be May 31st. So we're almost getting done with the month.
Mhm.
All right. Take care. We'll see you next week. 92.7 The Ticket, the Fitness Fanatics.